depending on where you are at in the world. And welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody for those of you who are new to this channel. And welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I am very grateful for all of your love and support along this YouTube journey. So when you come into this live stream, give me a Fonzie. Either double tap on the screen or just simply hitting a thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know a little bit about how this general reading resonates with you. It is a general reading, not a personal reading. So only take messages that fit, okay? If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and little notification bell so you know when I go live or when I post videos. All of that helps out this channel, and I am very, very grateful for all of your love and support. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a couple of big deep breaths in through your nose. And I'm going to ding this little bell, this little singing bowl. All right, so take your first deep breath in. Hold. Slowly exhale. I release everything that no longer serves me. Take another big deep breath in through your nose. Exhale. I release everything that no longer serves me. Take another big deep breath in through your nose. Exhale slowly. I release everything that no longer serves me. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. TGIF Collective, thank God it's Freya's Day. On Freya's Day, we always do divine feminine messages. So let's get with it. All right. So for the element of air, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Oh, beautiful. So you have Inanna on the bottom of the deck. She's the queen of heaven and earth, okay? I have to hide. I see and accept all that I am. So this is it talks about somebody who doesn't play it small, right? Somebody who doesn't play it small, somebody who, accepts all the good parts, the bad parts of themselves, somebody who doesn't hide how they truly feel, somebody who doesn't fit in other people's boxes, right? Beautiful Kali Ma coming through here, the mother of the universe. She is a demon slayer, and for the element of earth, another version of Kali Ma come out. A version of her that was born or reincarnated the early 1900s. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Kali Ma, beautiful. Thank you, Kali Ma, beautiful divine feminine, for coming through to us today. 8 plus 14, which adds up to a 5. 8 plus 5 is 13. With the energetic year of 1 is a 14. So changes are happening within us, within the world. Change are happening. So we as a collective, the more changes that we make within the collective, strength in numbers, spreading the light, spreading awareness, it takes away the evil's foothold. It takes their power away. The more knowledge and wisdom that we gain takes the power away from the dark ones. Just so you know that. All right, so Kali is a 64, which adds up to a 10. Okay. So changes are happening. Completions of recycle are happening. We're in that 10 energy air signs with Kali Ma being in the 64, where 6 talks about having the power over our darkness. Knowledge and wisdom makes the darkness feel powerless. That's why things are ramping up. You also need to know that you're protected. Kali Ma could be protecting you. See, she's in that blue energy. She could be working with Archangel Michael. See how her heart space is illuminated? We just had that eclipse in Leo, which rules our heart space. Meet Tarzan Eugene. All right, so 64. I don't know where that came from, but I'm just saying it. So air signs. Kali embodies the ultimate wake-up call. 5 energy, 555, wisdom wake-up call. It's time to move in a different direction. So you could be seeing trip 5s, you could be seeing 1111, you could be seeing 55 or 144. All right. The wake-up call to get us aligned as soon as possible with what we have come here to do. This Hindu goddess is the most fierce of the dark divine feminine. She is that which brings all things to life or to an end. Her name comes from the Sanskrit word meaning the fullness of time. So something about divine timing. Kali is first mentioned in the 6th century Devi Mahatmyam when the goddess Durga is threatened by 2 demons. Kali emerges from the rage furrowed in the Durga's forehead and slays all the demons with ease. So some of you are demon slayers. That's what you come here to earth to do, is to cut the demon's head off. This is why she is often pictured holding the severed head of a demon, which represents the ego or false beliefs and illusions. She appears wrathful, and yet she is considered to be the most loving. She's like a mother desperate to grab her beloved child from out of harm's way, willing to yank them from the path that they were on in order to bestow freedom. Her iconography often depicts her as standing on the naked body of a Hindu god Shiva. He is her consort, and together they represent a power available to us when we've honored both the masculine and the feminine within us. So, air signs, you could be coming into that sacred union, merging your darkness and your light within your feminine energy, which is bringing you into that sacred union with your masculine and feminine side. All right. And Kali is the feminine that's called on when the masculine has gone out of balance within us and in the world. She is the divine protectress and the mother of the universe because she can cut through illusions and grant us the reality our soul came to manifest. So, air signs, she is coming to you today. Kali is as subtle as a sledgehammer. She shows up to strip us of what no longer serves us, and that sounds good in theory, but in practice, it can feel as if the ground beneath us has turned to sea. All those illusions about ourselves, especially what we think we're capable of, suddenly dissolves beneath us. When Kali sweeps in, we can easily slip into the feeling like a victim. It can feel as though events are happening to us rather than for us. Kali doesn't want us to waste another precious second being someone we are not. She doesn't want us to be with a partner who doesn't treat us with respect and love. We need to do the light work we've come here to do. Kali wants to sever the ties our ego has made out of fear or out of a false belief that we don't deserve better or more. She wants us to get terrifyingly real. She wants us to reckon with the fact that we are not here to please others or to make them proud. We are here to listen to the singular call of our own soul. Kali is a harbinger of having entered Kairos or soul time. The stripping the ego to reveal the soul can feel raw and often heartbreaking, but ultimately, Kali has come out of fierce love for the truth of who we really are. She's giving us the opportunity to choose again, to start over, and this time from a place of tremendous wisdom and strength. Our vulnerability, she lets us begin again from where the bare bones truth of who we are. What is falling away from my life right now no longer serves me? I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. So I feel with the fact that I'm doing that singing bowl and doing that I release affirmation is part of being guided by my higher self for the collective. So the fact that Kali Ma is showing up tells me not only are we all going through an ego death, but we are also slaying our inner demons so that we can gather the strength to face the fears of the actual demonic world. If you don't believe in demons, listen. If you can believe in a God that's neon and jealous, then you can believe in demons. Because with every light, there's always a dark. Demons are real. I have pictures to prove it. No, they are not IA made. I don't even know how to make an IA picture. I'm so technological. I need to write a book about technology for dummies because I am that dummy. For some of you, you are here to build that bridge between heaven and earth, from the earth realm into the 5D. You are here for the great cleansing of darkness. That is what you're here to do. See, air signs, that sword, that's you, air signs, the sword of truth. All right, Kali, what wisdom does the air signs need to know? What wisdom are you bringing to the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius collective today, Friday, August 14th? The 5 and day changes. What wisdom? Give me a thumbs up, and if you're a hater, thanks for watching. Kali, what wisdom does the collective air signs need to know? Yep, going through an ego death. See how she's got that string to the moon? We just had that eclipse. Look at all the blue. Archangel Michael is very important in this reading. Soulmates. You cannot make this up. 41. So 1441 could be significant. 1144, 144. If you're seeing those numbers, there's a reason for it. 144 is talking about being a chosen one. Chosen ones have a very high calling. Not everybody is a chosen one. Not everybody who thinks that they're a chosen one may not always be a chosen one. I'm not saying that you're not. I'm just saying the truth. I never believed I was a chosen one. Nope, never thought it. Never thought it for 1 second. I was just wandering aimlessly through life till I had my first grand awakening. And when I had my first grand awakening, I was like, oh. Then I started going down a rabbit hole, going down a rabbit hole, going down another rabbit hole, going down another rabbit hole. And through my experiences and going down that rabbit hole and studying on my own, nobody taught me this, I learned a lot. I learned a lot through my experiences. So you have a particular soulmate who is holding the key here. There's a key involved. Our signs had the same message about a key. So Kali wants you to know that you have a particular soulmate that you may have a sacred mission here on earth with. That you are building that bridge from the earthly realm to the 5D realm, which would be the heaven. Harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. You are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. What did I just say? The strength and the knowledge and the wisdom that I've gained through everything that I've experienced. It is always a reciprocal experience. Although the results of each of you will vary, you know these people by the strong pull drawing you towards them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially, too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. And I'm going to tell you what, if this does not resonate, I just recently came across a person that we were like pulled together like two magnets. We live on opposite sides of the world, but there was like this magnetism. I can explain it. Like we both felt it. You guys are going to be meeting her soon. I'll just say it that way. So consider love in the deepest sense. Love is so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude, or break you open so you will finally claim who you were meant to be. And I experienced that as well. I met somebody that broke me. They broke me open, and I mean wide open. That was the beginning of um finding all the missing pieces of myself. Remember, I said I walked aimlessly for most of my life until I come across one person who broke me open. And then it set me spiraling into rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole that set me spiraling into experiences. Okay? So some of you are experiencing the same thing. Okay? Consider friendships or romantic bonds. Okay, we already read that. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. So this could even be talking about animals that you come across. Me, I'm a cat lover. Some people are dogs. Some people are just nature in general. Attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate come to guide you home to the real you. So there is a plan in place that is very important right now, air signs. You are attracting the perfect people to support you. Some of you are seeing them in your dreams, which is manifesting into your reality. This is a journey you will share with others. Mentors, business partners, helpers, employees, creative partners, friends, and strangers who open doors for you to step through the portal to join you in a harmonic dance of collaboration. What did I say about the portal? From the 3D to the 5D. The portal. You are here to build that bridge. For some of you, you're going to be like me, left behind. Why are you going to be left behind? Because you are part of the great clearing and sweeping of the demons. And if you're going to leave me a comment and say demons aren't real, that message isn't for you. Go ahead and go back to sleep. Because very much are real. All right. So you really need to open up your imagination. You are not orphaned. You are not left behind. You are not alone, right? You are not alone. Look, the 5. People, places, and situations come into your life to help you grow, to help you evolve, to help you ascend. So stop overthinking. The next card is 414. 144. What did I say about the 144? You could be saying 444, 144, 1144. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not rejected. You are being protected. Rejection was for your protection. So you really need to open up your mind, ego-based energy, and open up your mind. That's the key. The key is understanding why people, places, and situations happen in your life. Look, key, look, the heart, the keyhole. Somebody holds the key to your heart. For some of you, this could be romantic. For others of you, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a platonic friendship. Okay? So you just need to open yourself up to it. Can I have some Fonzies, air signs? By the way, if you leave any nasty messages, they will be deleted. Because I'm just not going to tolerate it. I'm just letting you know. So don't even waste your time typing it out. And if you do, they're going to get deleted. All right. So Kali. Yeah, look. So there could be a group of people within a community, because we just had the North Node go into Aquarius. There definitely could be a group of people who have demonic attachments. We have the 8 of Coins, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the 10 of Wands. So 8, 5, which is the 13. Okay. Which is today. 8, 14. 14, which is the 5. 41 rather. 13. Endings, completions, ego deaths. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse talks about blockages. It talks about somebody having a period of bad luck. 10 of Wands in reverse talks about the burdens are over. Somebody put in the work. So we have the 5 of Swords, which usually represents the community. It represents a community of people who like to persecute, who like to mock, who like to gossip, who like to, point fingers and try to ruin people's reputations. People who, come from a negative heart space, such as envy, jealousy of somebody's destiny. Somebody could have tried to destiny swap with somebody, but the thing is that we're all on a particular journey. Okay? Not everybody can walk in other people's shoes. So the 8 of Coins talks about putting in the work. What are you putting in the work? You're measuring something. So every person, place, and situation that has come across your journey was all part of, I feel, the plan here on earth, so that you could master something here on earth. So all the gossip, all the rumors, all the humiliation, all the persecution, all the mockery was to teach you something. Somebody could be going through a major ego death, thinking, oh, well, I'm just going to destiny swap with them, and, I'm going to try to block their destiny, because, by fingers, by mocking, by persecuting, by trying to ruin their reputation. Why? Because this person needs to be humbled. This is somebody who was probably throwing the rocks and hiding the hands. Somebody who had a God complex. Somebody who wanted to block somebody from receiving something that they put work into. Somebody who felt entitled here without doing the work. This is somebody who was serving the wrong master. Somebody may have to come in and tell the truth, throat chakra, about a particular situation. See, there's 3 people on this card. This person has their back to the situation. This person has their eyes closed, but it's like, how do I want to say it? A profile picture. Something maybe about a profile on social media. Somebody tried to confuse somebody because they didn't want somebody to make some sort of a decision or to see something clearly. Right? 1, 2, 3 swords, talking about heartbreak, despair, right? Give me the soulmates for the element of air. 9 of Wands. Somebody took something to the extreme here. 9 of Cups. 9, 9 is significant. 9, 9, 9. 8 and 1, 9. With a 6. 1969 could be significant. Telling you somebody could have stole somebody's ID. 1, 9 is 19. 5 and 1 is a 6. 999 is significant. 144 is significant. 444 is significant. 1441 is significant. Somebody also could have did some sort of demonic contract with another, like stuck some in a demonic contract. Now they could be receiving some sort of karma. For mocking, persecuting, gossiping, lying, trying to ruin somebody's reputation. The 9 of Wands talks about somebody took something to the extreme here. Somebody took something to the extreme. This is sacral chakra. So somebody took something to the extreme, had to really get somebody on their head. This PTSD, high anxiety. Somebody has extreme anxiety here. The 9 of Cups talks about, you know, because of somebody's spiritual journey. Because somebody chose, this could be, like it says, a family business friend, because somebody chose to go off on their own. Somebody chose to find happiness. Somebody chose to find peace. Somebody chose to look within thyself and realize that they have everything that they within them and that they did not need somebody else. So somebody took it upon themselves to gather up people to come up against somebody because they felt entitled to somebody's destiny. So because they couldn't have it, they tried to put a roadblock in it. And this person could have extreme anxiety because they're about to be revealed. Kali Ma is coming in and releasing and cutting some sort of a demonic contract that somebody did without somebody's knowledge and consent. The burden is being let go of. Because we have the 9 in reverse and the 10 in reverse. This is 19 wands. Somebody could have did something 19 times. The 10 of wands in reverse is awesome though, because this talks about letting go of that anxiety, letting go of that extreme PTSD, and coming into that sacred union. Coming into that sacred union and realizing that you already have everything you need within you. You don't need somebody who can't even be faithful. Somebody who likes to spread rumors, gossip, persecute, lie, point fingers, judge. 999, very strong here. Completing very hard lessons and cycles. That is what you come here to do. Everything that you have been through was your training process. You have been through a training period for your journey. Everything that you've experienced, you've been in training for on your spiritual journey. You've not been rejected. Spirit left all this stuff happen to you to thicken your skin. It didn't happen to you. It happened for you. For your soul's evolution and growth. When you start looking through the lenses of your journey and start seeing that as, okay, this didn't happen to me, this happened for me. This is the wisdom that I need to gain for the changes that I am here to make on earth. That is the truth, the whole truth. So for some of you, this talks about the dark feminine. So you could have had a dark feminine or an individual who was what I like to call a spiritual narcissist, who was mastering their craft, who was trying to block somebody's heart from love because they wanted them to feel rejected by love. They wanted them to feel rejected people in the community. They wanted them in the extreme worry, anxiety. They wanted them in this toxic emotion of feeling burned, betrayed, feeling fucked over. But it didn't work. It didn't work because all it did was put them further into their spiritual journey. That's what the Eight of Cups talks about. Walking away from people, places, and situations on a spiritual journey to find all the missing parts of who you are. Realizing that you don't need love from these toxic individuals who have nothing to, like, they have nothing good to say about you. All they want to do is spread gossip, spread despair, try to keep people in a state of confusion. It could be 59 years old. Yeah, look, the Hierophant. Somebody did something on a routine basis. Look, there's the Three of Swords. Somebody did something on a routine basis trying to break somebody. This could have been somebody who was very religious, like I said. Somebody who was very religious, who gathered up a community of people to try to persecute somebody, maybe calling them demonic. I'm talking to somebody who has a very high calling here. Clarify the Ten of Wheel of Fortune reverse here. Somebody's receiving their karma because Kali stepping in and cutting somebody's head off. Somebody could, somebody is receiving karma for because this can also talk about a contract, something that's destined. I'm telling you, Three of Swords, injustice. This come out for the earth signs. Says something about a contract. There it is. You have a specific soul contract down here. So you need to release this heartache and despair. Somebody is receiving karma for a demonic contract. To block somebody's destiny. This is somebody who's thrown a rock's hat in the hands because they couldn't accept the fact of what somebody was here to do. Clarify the Ten of Wands in reverse for the element of air. Yep, the Fool. This is somebody who was a clown. Somebody could have tried to humiliate somebody out in public. Maybe that was their plan, was to humiliate somebody out in public so that they could have them arrested, have a reason to call the cops. You can see it 1111. 13 is all over this reading. 13 is things. Death, rebirth. Somebody could be passing away for doing this. Somebody was trying to make somebody look like a fool. The Fool card in reverse talks about, yeah, somebody was trying to fool somebody. They were trying to fool somebody, maybe trying to push them off of a cliff or try to block them from trusting their higher self. Three of Wands. Now somebody was just waiting for the right opportunity. 369, 36, another 9. Somebody could be 36 years old or 63. Yep. Somebody has abandonment issues. That's why they did. Says now somebody has extreme anxiety because it can place somebody as a fool because somebody trusted their intuition. So somebody has a very high calling here. Somebody also has a spiritual contract with the universe. So letting go of feeling powerless. Three could be significant. Unholy Trinity. The Holy Trinity and the Unholy Trinity. So somebody could literally have 3 demons, or they could have summoned 3 demons with the Justice card. High hierarchy demons. Justice is about to be served. Somebody is going to get their karma. These people right here, they know it's coming. They know it's coming. Somebody could be born in 1985. Why is the Fool in reverse? Why is the Fool in reverse? Clarifying the Ten of Wands in reverse. Somebody tried to humiliate somebody and it backfired. Nine of Swords. Yep, it backfired. 999. You cannot make this up. Look. 3 nines. The Nine of Swords in reverse talks about somebody who is no longer worried, right? They're not worried about anything. They're no longer in this fear-based energy. See the 3 swords illuminated? 3 of Swords. That's why they let go of the burdens. They let go of the anxiety. They let go of caring about what other people think or say. They let go of pleasing. They're no longer pleasing this spiritual narcissist. He's entitled to somebody's destiny. They're no longer pleasing people. If the love isn't reciprocated, it's like they're leaving them behind. The Nine of Swords in reverse is perfect, especially up with the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Wands. 1999 could be significant. 1998, 89, 85 could be significant. Yep. So somebody is letting go of the mental anguish, the anxiety, the worry, the fear. Somebody faced their fears here. Somebody faced their fears. They went into that dark night of the soul and faced their fears. So they're no longer afraid of the demons. They're no longer afraid of the darkness. Because they know that they're protected. Somebody is here to bring justice here on earth. They know that they're going to be here for the next stage of human evolution. They're here to, when humanity crosses over into the 5D, okay? When humanity crosses that bridge into the 5D, because it's coming, guys, they're going to be left behind to clear out this darkness for this cleansing. They're here for the great cleansing. 88 is significant. 1111 is significant. 911 is significant. 144 is significant. 1144 is significant. 999 is significant. 1010 is significant. Yep, the Hermit in reverse. Somebody's in spiritual jail for violating somebody's spiritual law and accessing somebody's Akashic records. This is somebody who studied. This is somebody who has learned a lot of lessons on their spiritual journey. Somebody is going to learn a very powerful lesson as well. For what? Trying to sacrifice somebody. Neptune in reverse. Neptune is retrograde in Aries. Somebody tried to destiny swap. Because the Page of Coins talks about somebody who's a student, right? Mastering the craft. Somebody who's a student. We have the Moon currently in Virgo. This is somebody who overanalyzes, somebody who's in their anxiety. Somebody who's overanalyzing something. This is also somebody who tried to get somebody to self-sacrifice with the Nine of Swords coming in. The Hanged Woman in reverse. So we definitely got a female coming through here. The Hanged Man in reverse talks about There's no more hinders. There's no more blockages. Somebody is seeing something from a different perspective. Um, you know, what are they seeing in a different perspective? Everything that they have been through has prepared them for this particular moment. All the people, all the places, everything, everybody that they have crossed paths with has was all part of the preparation. It didn't happen to them, it happened for them. Now somebody is going to look like a fool. Somebody, like I said, could have used somebody's idea or identity on the World Wide Web, but somebody feels they have unfinished business, and this is King of Cups. Somebody feels they have unfinished business here. They're going through a mass awakening, and they are learning something about themselves and what their journey is, while this person is in spiritual jail. All right, let's see what else. Yep, 6 of Coins, 5 of Cups. Somebody is in this entitlement. The 6 of Coins in reverse. Somebody feels entitled to something. Somebody felt entitled to keep somebody in this mourning energy, the despair. To keep somebody in that scarcity mindset. 5 of Cups talks about mourning. It talks about crying over spilled milk, right? Somebody likes to play the victim here. Cause a lot of grief. Definitely somebody feels entitled. You know, they thought they thought, okay, well, you know, I'm entitled to do this because this person decided to leave me behind. So, you know, I'm going to keep them in this scarcity mindset and try to keep them blinded to me throwing the rocks and hiding the hands. See, made a contract with the devil here. And now they're receiving karma for it. Because something, they're going to look like a fool. Clarify the card, please. What's the Fool card here? Yep, they feel they haven't finished business. They're going to come in and try to fool you. This is a karmic soulmate. A karmic soulmate. They're going to come in and they're going to come back and say, oh, we have unfinished business. I'm going to try to fool this person into believing that we're meant to be. But the whole time, they were trying to destroy your life. They wanted you in this energy of hopelessness. The Star card in reverse. This talks about Pluto being retrograde in Aquarius. Queen of Swords. Somebody is about to receive a Tower moment because they refuse to change. This could be a female who has Aquarius somewhere in their chart. And I'm getting ascending sign. Like Aquarius in the 3rd house. Aquarius in an ascending sign. Aquarius moon. Aquarius maybe in the 7th house. Aquarius in the 5th house, which is Leo energy. Somebody tried to cloak themselves as a star seed. Took somebody to spiritual court. All right, I'm done with this reading. Let's move on. We have Jesus coming through here. You're on the path of the light, love and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. So Jesus tells you you're not being condemned. You're on the path of the light. What did I say about seeing your journey from a different perspective? It didn't happen to you. It happened for you. Life force, Cernunnos. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So this could be a lust demon, like an incubus demon. Somebody's receiving karma. Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. Something about that moon. Somebody's on a twin flame journey. Choose to forgive. See the light in all. You're on the path of the light. Remember that love has no boundaries. So somebody could have violated somebody's boundaries as well. Violated spiritual law. So the masculine healing is possible at this time. You are mastering a lesson. Master number 11. 11 11 911 999 88 144 1444 1144. Remember that, air signs. It didn't happen to you. It happened to you.